Good morning. Good Wednesday morning. 8:05, 8:17. 8:05 makes me think of Carlin Gardner, California. So that's the area code in which they live, but that was his racing number. So this week's really got me thinking a lot. And I'm talking about how our perspective has an effect on others. Yesterday I was talking about how young people are affected by their parents' perspectives. Are they affected? Are we having conversations that are important? I think a lot of times we just assume that they automatically are going to bleed over into them, and sometimes that does, and then sometimes it doesn't in the way that we would like it to. So, but I was thinking, I was like, what really drives my perspective? And in coaching and stuff that I do, I get told on a regular basis how much my perspective is having an impact on other people. Usually it's a racer, or it's from a mom and dad going, man, I really like the impact you're having on so and so, and it's really nice to hear that. But it makes me think, what is the driver of our perspective? And for me, my main driver is faith. That's what it all, that's where it all starts with me, because that's what keeps me grounded. That's what keeps me having a healthy perspective, so that I wake up, happy in the morning. I can get joy out of my life. I can have peace in my life. A lot of people, they're too dependent on the world around them to have peace, joy, happiness, whatever. And when we get too dependent on that, man, it can really, man, it plays on our lives in a way that we don't realize it's playing. And, for me, my faith is what keeps me grounded, keeps my perspective in check. But I have to work on that on a constant basis, because I can get out of whack just as easily as anybody else. And sometimes I do. And, so it's something to think about. What keeps you, your perspective, if it is affecting other people, what drives it? What drives it for you? I think for a lot of people, that's a different answer for a lot of people. And, a lot of times, I can get out of whack, when I'm working on something. I can get you know, um, too far down the road on something, and my perspective gets out of whack. And that's when I got to go back and kind of recalculate, recalibrate. And I think it's good to do that on a regular basis, because it really does keep things in check. And I always look at it like this: as long as I have my family and their support, we can make it through any challenge. It may not be easy. It may take a lot of work, but we've been through a lot of ups and downs in our lives, and no matter what the challenge was up until this point, we just keep coming back stronger no matter what the challenge is. And I think a lot of people, they're so, like I said, so dependent on the things within their life. If something would change, it would be catastrophic for a lot of people. But I was thinking about it this morning. You could start me back at zero tomorrow. As long as I got my family and their support, we'd be back to where we're at probably in a very short period of time, and probably actually better if we had to do that. So, something interesting to think about on this Wednesday. I hope you guys have a good Wednesday, and I'll see you back here in the morning.